What is up, Berserker Patriot Store family? So, there was another attack today by some extremists. We don't know exactly what happened yet, but we're going to get the information, hopefully, right? So, U-Haul backed into the Coast Guard building Thursday night, real early in the morning, late night Thursday. Tried to attack DHS agents, killed rubber to run them over, and they had open fire. So the driver was shot, and crazy stuff happening, man. We got Venezuela threatening to invade America. What the fuck? That makes no sense for you, Venezuela. Posting videos, playing with Russian weapons and showing us, yeah, we're going to be your Vietnam. No, I don't think you will. I think we'd wipe you out pretty quick. Oh, that's right, our president said today. Nice savage statements. Did y'all catch that? So we're going to get in what Donald Trump was talking about today. We're going to get into these attacks that are happening around the country right now. There's still ICE protests going on. They've just, if you notice, people have stopped covering this shit. Everybody's got that TikTok brain, and things just don't stay in the news cycle for very long. They're in the news cycle for a few days, then poof, it's gone. Just like, I mean, come on, Kash Patel and everybody. What's going on with the Charlie Kirk information? What about the fact that unanimously this morning, every single Republican senator voted yes to release all the Epstein files, and the Democrats voted not to? What about that? All the Democrats saying that, oh, hey, we need to release the files. Well, they tried today, and that shit didn't work out, did it? Because of the Democrats, once again. Fucking crazy how this shit works out. We call their bluff, and boom, they don't want to do it. So, this and more tonight. Just wait for a few people to get on here. Oh. You got all these prominent politicians condoning this violence happening right now. So when are these people going to be held accountable? When are the people telling people to pick up guns and go after ICE officials going to be held accountable and put in prison in public view for all of these terrorists and leftists to see? You know what I mean? So it is what it is at this point, but we're going to start going through this, and we'll go through the Fox News part of this, and then we got a couple other sources on this too, because there's several different videos of this same incident that happened at the Coast Guard base. So, I mean, what do you call it if you don't call it civil war? Just we're in war? We're just in war in this country? Every day we wake up and there's some shit like this. Somebody's taking bombs to a courthouse or to a church or shooting somebody, or somebody's trying to back over DHS agents and they're having to open fire. So this is our technically first official, other than them having to open fire on the guys ramming the DHS agents last week. So technically this is our second incident now where federal agents have had to open fire and shoot somebody because of their terrorist actions. So, I mean, all we can see is it getting worse from here on out. Oh yeah? 60 months for hitting a National Guard? That's pretty lax. What's up, brother? That's pretty laxed for punching a military, serviceman. So he got off pretty easy on that. But it's just getting crazier. If y'all haven't, we're going to get into it right now. I'm not going to wait for everybody to get on here. They can go back and watch it if they need to. But, okay, so if you hadn't heard about it, which I'm sure you have already, but there's a lot of different information going on. There was a full day protest yesterday in California, and after which, literally, as it was ending, some guy showed up, got a U-Haul. The source is Fox News was there and recorded it. We're about to watch that after I read it. You can wait since you're on my channel. Coast Guard fires at U-Haul in Imelda. 2 struck after day-long immigration protests. Okay, so Coast Guard police fired at a U-Haul truck driver who reversed in their direction. 2 people were struck by the bullets, the driver and the bystanders. The driver was not part of the immigration protest, an Antifa-looking guy said. You'll see that in a minute here. So the FBI is investigating the shooting that occurred late Thursday night near the entrance of Coast Guard Island in Imelda, the same location where a day-long protest called off federal immigration operations. So what we're going to take from this story is the fact that today they also announced that it's a possibility Republican vote happening today. Yeah, they had a Republican vote today. They had a vote today. The Republicans voted unanimous to release the Epstein files, but the Democrats voted, nah, we're not going to do that. So y'all have lost all credibility whatsoever on release the files. So let's get into this. Let's watch what happened here. We'll flip you around until
the shooting that happened late last night, right at the entrance to Coast Guard Island, Alameda.
Now, for some reason, they have edited this video since the first time that they released it, but it still shows after what happened. Okay, so
agents force investigate.
All these servers running so horrible right now.
The blazed off.
I think we're in a massive cyber hack that nobody's talking about, because YouTube's gone down 3 times in the past 4 days.
It has lit up some of the equipment that investigators have been using, still in place there, and they're collecting and gathering evidence
to about
throughout the morning and the overnight hours.
Here.
Opened fire on a U-Haul truck that started backing up into the entrance of the bridge.
Okay, so, well, it's self-caused. Okay, so right before this incident happens right here, there's some concrete barriers along the way right here. The truck pulls in, then it backs up, it hits the concrete barrier, it turns around, a 4-point turn right here, and then it starts to back up, which it's going to show you all that right now. I just wanted, they cut that out for some reason. I don't know if it was to make it shorter or if it was to, you know, make the clip happen. But here we go.
A KTVU photographer was filming as the incident unfolded. There was about 10 seconds of gunfire, followed by some yelling. A law enforcement source confirms to KTVU that 2 people were struck by the bullets, the driver of that U-Haul and a second person not in the vehicle. And we don't know the extent of their injuries or their conditions, but about 12 to 14 hours before that shooting happened, the entrance to Coast Guard Island was the scene of a demonstration to protest the planned deployment of federal agents conducting immigration operations before the president called that off. A witness who was interviewed by police say the man driving that U-Haul, he says, was not protest earlier in the day and had only arrived on the scene about an hour before.
He did not interact with the protesters. He did not interact with the rest of us. He barely got outside of the U-Haul.
Get some sun,
Eventually, he broke through the barrier that we had out. He drove through the barrier that we had out toward the Coast Guard. They stacked up. They drew. They threatened to shoot him if he went any further. He burned rubber right back at him.
So I gotta give it to the kid. He didn't try to say, oh no, the guy didn't do nothing. You know, he burned rubber at him and he was trying to hit him. So, you know, you got to give the kid that at least, regardless of what he's out there for, you know, standing against this country. So where do we go from here? You know what I mean? When it comes to these lefties, honestly, where do we go from here? When we have prominent figures like Ilhan Omar, AOC, Mom Donnie, Hakeem Jeffries, Jimmy Kimmel, you know, the blood is on these people's hands, plain and simple. You know, at this point, Donald Trump, we need you to start acting a little bit more like the king that they're trying to say you are. And we're going to have to get a little more extreme on this. Look, as extreme as you were with Venezuela, did you see the Trump clip on Venezuela? Let's pull that up because that is absolutely magnanimous. So let's pull up what Trump said about Venezuela today. This is how your president should talk about war, guys. This is what happens when you have a president that grab him a little bit by the pussy. You know what I mean? So, this is how we need to start acting with the terrorist. Okay, so let's go to... Pulls it up right away.
Our sea drugs, as they call them, they use the term sea drugs. The drugs coming in by sea are like 5% of what they were a year ago, less than 5%. So now they're coming in by land. And even the land is concerned because I told them that's going to be next. You know, the land is going to be next. And we may go to the Senate, we may go to the, Congress and tell them about it. But I can't imagine they'd have any problem with it. I think, in fact, while we're here, I think it's a good idea, Pete. You go to Congress, you tell them about it. What are they going to do? Say, gee, we don't want to stop drugs pouring in? I don't see any loss in going. No reason not to. They'll always complain, oh, we should have gone. So we're going to definitely, I'd like to just tell you, let's go. We'll go. We're going to tell them what we're going to do, and I think they're going to probably like it, except for the radical left lunatics.
And Mr. President, if you are declaring war against these cartels and Congress is likely to approve of that process, why not just ask for a declaration of war?
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. They're going to be like dead. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please.
Yeah, boy. Now that's the kind of president we voted for right there. Okay. 1 second. I'm trying to pull up some information right now. Republican Senate vote to release Epstein files. Let the PDF download. So let's get back to what we started on here. Where do we go from this situation forward? If they're just going to murder people in the fucking streets, and that's all there is to it, they're going to have their politicians out in the streets condoning the violence that we're seeing right now, saying get out in the streets, get violent, go pick up a gun, stuff like that, then obviously the blood is on their hands. Obviously, something very soon either has to be done. I mean, we even have the most moderate of moderate influencers right now coming out and saying, hey, if something that doesn't get done, we are going to have to start hiring armed private security to do it for us. So I'm hoping in the press briefing tonight at 9, Donald Trump's supposed to talk about what happened at the Coast Guard. Where the fuck is all this trash coming from? And I'm hoping that he declares, he announces he's going to declare the Insurrection Act. Because that's what we need right now. Around blacks, you can't relax. Unfortunately, unless I already know the person, I have a lot of black friends in this town. Some of my biggest supporters are young black men. But if I don't know them and I see out-of-state tags on their cars, I don't feel comfortable. Unfortunately, in fucking 2025, the two damn African nationals that are illegally in our country just got released after breaking a fucking woman's face in the middle of the street for no fucking reason. They got probation, bro. Fucking probation. That shit's insane. You know what I mean? They go up to these Democrat cities, they commit all these crimes, knowing nothing's going to happen, because at this point, all these blue cities, they fucking hate America. They hate Americans, and they're standing up for foreign national criminal invaders. So we're actively split in half right now. We've got some Coast Guard in California stating, well, since they can't be kept safe and this stuff keeps happening, they might just stop. Well, you know what the only alternative is then, right, left? If you push DHS out, the next alternative is Marines coming in there and beating the fuck out of you. That's the only next alternative. And when the Marines come, they're coming and they're going to use whatever force is necessary. So you keep pushing this issue. You know, we already have armed Coast Guard. The Coast Guard had to fire it on one of you today because you were going to run them over. Now we know that DHS, that's where they're getting stationed at. So, yeah, fucking really, y'all are committing a terrorist attack on a daily basis. If you submit to this type of ideology, that this is okay, you can no longer be in a civilized country. With us, you just can't. We can't have this in our country. We can't feel paranoid like we do in our country. And on my Discord, the majority of my subscribers today agreed if I don't start moderating my channel. So I'm appointing moderators to my channel this evening on my night live. And if you're in here and you're spewing this terrorist shit, they have all the rights to moderate you on here, just so you understand. Because I spoke to a few influencers today and I spoke to a lot of people in my Discord, and it's all about keeping my community safe. See, I don't give a fuck about any of you. I'm not going to be responding to your comments anymore because you're all fucking losers that live in a basement, bro. And you're on my channel with no followers on your channel. So from now on, I'm here to put the facts out, to put the news out. I'm not here to debate nothing, nobodies that just want to insult people and murder people in the streets. I don't give a fuck about you. As far as I'm concerned, you no longer exist in this world. Do you understand? As far as people like me are concerned, you don't exist anymore. You're psychopathic murderers. You're using mental illness as a guise so you can get a program when you do get arrested. There ain't no programs. None. There ain't gonna be no programs. There ain't gonna be no mercy. You've murdered our fucking people. You don't understand what vengeance is yet. You have no fucking clue. I'm done playing the games. I'm done with the walking on eggshells with you people. I'm done with the fucking kid gloves, okay? You have no clue what the fuck you're bringing down on yourselves at this point. Look what happened in the city yesterday. The Proud Boys got out there and they beat the fuck out of you, and every one of them were armed, and none of your cops arrested them. None of them. They didn't do fucking shit because they can't do anything to us when we decide to stand up. You think they're scared of you? Wait until they see a million pissed off fucking patriots in the streets, armed to the fucking teeth, that know how to use the fucking weaponry that they have. They'll just stand the fuck out of the way and let them do what the fuck they gotta do. You understand that, right? You need to chill the fuck out. We're done playing games. We're done saying, oh, you can just keep talking shit. We'll let you stay on our channels. You don't have constitutional rights as far as I'm concerned. You're done. You're a fucking terrorist. You people are terrorists, and you're done in this fucking country, okay? So this is a way for you to stay on social media, is being in people's comments like mine. It ain't gonna work anymore. We're done. You've threatened my fucking subscribers, my community. My community is 5,000 fucking strong. You got your mommy on your fucking channel. Do you understand? I clearly don't need to get the fuck off of here because I've got enough people that subscribe to me. Do you understand? I have a battalion. I have a battalion on YouTube. I have a battalion. A battalion is 5,000 or more. We are Legion. You understand this, right? We have legions behind us besides us. So we're done with the whole, we're just going to sit back and we're not going to do anything anymore. Now we got young kids getting out in the streets and standing up to you pussies. And we're loving every second of it. Yeah, I'm screenshotting and saving it. Thanks, moderator. Because that is on the FBI's terror list. And when the 10th, right? Now the lefties are saying Donald Trump's going to be assassinated on December 14th. So keep that date in your fucking head. And oh, I guess I'm going to start weighing in on this 31 AI Atlas that's heading towards Earth, because some crazy shit came out about that today. And yeah, that's starting to look a little interesting. Because one of my, I want to say, I look up to one of the professors that I saw a lecture on. He's an astrophysicist, Mikio Kaku. He's one of the most famous fucking astrophysicists in the world. Actually came out and spoke about this today. And holy fuck. And did y'all see the information about the CERN super collider that this 13-year-old kid came up with in fucking Switzerland? Holy fuck, if that shit's true, it would explain, because that would have had, if you don't know, Okay, they smash atoms together. They're trying to find the God particle at the CERN super collider in fucking Switzerland, okay? And they did an experiment for the first time around the Biden administration. Okay, well, this kid has developed a fucking mathematical equation that is stumping the most prominent, intelligent scientist on the fucking planet, and he says he has proven that not only did they reach the God particle, but they tore a hole in time and space, changing our reality just slightly. And not even talking about this in a political way, but that would have been around the same time that the Biden administration came into office, and boy, would that explain a fucking lot, would it not? I'm not saying I'm jumping into that conspiracy. I'm just saying that's a theory from some kid in another country that has no, affiliation with any of this shit happening in America right now. So that's pretty crazy. Because, we've been, if you know anything about physics, we've been waiting for the CERN super collider to finally turn on for 25 fucking years. They've been fucking around with that thing, saying they're looking for the God particle, the X gene, which is supposed to be the building block of pretty much everything. So that's why they call it the God particle. It's the juju that God poofed into us that made us exist. So we're getting some information about that now. So we will be jumping into that tonight. I had to get on here, and we have to talk about all this terrorist action that's happening, though, because at the same time that the Coast Guard's being attacked, those 5 dudes beat the fuck out of that lady in New York today. And on top of that, in Chicago, more people were attacked. Portland, more people were attacked. But now we got military in 2 of these cities. So that's not working out too well for them. Everywhere the military has gone, I see that you pussies have disappeared pretty much. I see that in Chicago, you're not really doing much anymore. You're just doing a few protests during the day. Oh, that's right, because your communist mayor placed a dictatorial curfew on you and gave you protest areas, not Donald Trump. That's right, I forgot. Your own mayor did that to you because you people are too violent and too savage to be out during the evening. So they have to give you a bedtime and put you to sleep. You know what I mean? Which is fucking hilarious. Some rules you guys are, huh? The moment daddy spanks you, you all fucking run away crying with your tail between your legs. It's fucking hilarious. And then you get fucking people that are not from this country and you convince them that they need to go out and do horrible fucking things. Crazy. Crazy. There's a new song out that I want to promote these guys real quick. They're a MAGA rock. Hey, hopefully you live in that city where they're going to free those people from those prisons. We'll make sure they have your address. Oh, they had another drug raid in Philadelphia today too. I forgot to mention that. Cash Patel's team had some major dilly willies. So for all my MAGA people on here, I don't really give a fuck about any of the rest of you. This is for you. We're going to play this really quick. Now, war, there's no going back from this. There's no going back. These people aren't going to stop killing us in the streets. There's no going back from what they've started at this point. I see no time frame that these people are going to stop doing this. So he's posting my address in a live video again. That's how evil these people are. You know what I mean? They try to dox me in my own fucking comments. But this is what we think about these people. This is Tormented featuring Social Outcast. Prepare for war. Explicit lyrics. And yes, I messaged him and I told him he'll be getting a copyright, and I don't mind him taking my monetization off of this channel. to promote his song. So this is who they are. This is what we think about you, Lev.
We can't just stay idle while the coming terrorist bastards to fight. I've had enough of standing by while they just plan our demise.
This song tickled my butthole in a way that it ain't in a long time. You know what I mean?
While the enemy attacks with immunity, where's my
Beast in the beauty.
We can't sit back and take it.
For AI, they sure do respond to me. Takes them about a day, but they send me a message back every time.
These people are terrorists and they need to be handled as such. No more of this shit. It's time to man up. It's no longer just random riots. This is a fight for our lives. No more hiding.
He's not. He's posting my address. He's doxing me again. He's putting my so he can try to say legally he didn't post me. He said it was his. That's why he's doing that. Let's give these guys, they've got a bunch of songs out. They got Fuck Antifa.
Social outcasts, and it's about time we take it to the rest. They wreck shit, they torment innocent people. They deserve everything that they get. If we stop sitting
A retarded liberal.
Let's terrorize our land. It may not affect you right now, but it's a matter of time before these commies are threatening your life too. Damn, Democrat leaders encouraging people to be violent against me and you. They should all be thrown in jail. Let them rot away until the day comes when they go back home to hell. I don't want violence, but that's what they are asking for. How much is too much before we decide go to war? This is our country. We are not communists. If they can't see that, then it's time to teach them some sense. Let's go! Sick and tired of sitting idle. The enemy attacks with immunity. Where's my patriots? We can't sit back and take it. The more we stand down, the more they burn down. Let's fucking go. These people are terrorists and they need to be handled as such. No more of this shit. It's time to man up. It's no longer just random riots. This is a fight for our lives. No more hiding. No one said you couldn't peacefully protest. No one said you couldn't have a difference in opinion. But someone did encourage these people.
Imagine being such a loser, you're in my comments. What kind of loser does that make you if I'm a loser? You stupid fucking pussy.
Paid terrorists. And it's time for this shit to stop. While the enemy attacks with immunity, where's my patriots? We can't sit back and take it. The more we stand down, the more they burn down. Let's fucking go. These people are terrorists and they need
Just so you know, this song has hundreds of thousands of comments, 100% agreeing with these lyrics. So.
just random riots.
Go follow, like, and subscribe to these guys. Oh, shit. I already did. Why isn't it there? So, they've got a lot of other stuff, too. They've got the Fuck Antifa song, which I should have played that for you Antifa faggots. You know? So, from here on out, my new channel is strictly to piss and offend you people off so you actually come after me. I want you to come after me. I've invited you to come after me. Let me post my truck so you can see how much more of a hillbilly redneck I am, so you can insult me some more. Hold on. I'm a sorry scumbag piece of shit, and there's nothing you can say about me that I haven't said about myself. There's nothing you can do to me that you haven't already tried. You can't fucking kill me. You can't stop me. You can't shut me up. You can't. No matter what happens, you'll support me. Always. No matter what. You'll always be in my comments. You'll always be at my rallies. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, you'll be there. You're my biggest supporters. You're my biggest fans. You're the people that love me the most. You say you hate me, but you really love me because I live in your mind all the time. No matter what time of day it is, what time of night it is, if I go live, you're here with me. You got my back always. You're always here, man. So beautiful. And to my beautiful subscribers and my followers and my community, I love you guys very much. In the name of Jesus, let's bless everybody on this channel, because I am not a righteous man. I am a sinner. I have to go to my knees and beg forgiveness every day to you, Lord, because I'm a horrible sinner. I'm a liar. I'm a cheater. I'm a con man. I'm a sexual fiend. Whatever you want to say I am. However you want to insult me. I will take that upon my soul and I will ask you for forgiveness, Jesus, because you were my King and you were Lord and Savior, and you took just for me the pain you went through. Would have been unbearable, and you did that for all of us. Thank you, Lord. Let's bless everybody in the comments, even the ones that hate me. Let's guide their mind to understand that they can have legions upon them instead of demons inside them. They can have the Lord carrying them through and be happy instead of being miserable and wanting to kill themselves and everybody else. That the fact that they can be out here and they don't have to insult people. They can actually conversate with them and agree to disagree and understand that that's how we have to learn, Lord. In your name, in your powerful name, Lord, all praise to you. Yahweh, Hashim, Abba, amen. See, it's just that easy, and then you can be happy. My soul feels lighter. My body feels lighter. I feel great. I get a high off of doing that. I get a dopamine hit every time I pray. When I open my Bible, that's my dopamine hit. That's my high. You understand? Because if I say that God, thank you for what I don't know that I have every day, as soon as I wake up, I say, thank you, Lord, for letting me wake up. I know I've already sinned more than I would like to, even though my eyes just popped open before I turned any technology on or anything like that. I know that I got a shield around me. Clearly, look at all the shit you people have done to me, and you still can't stop me. My brain doesn't work the same way other people's brains do. I'm not that Charlie Kirk Christian that's just going to sit back. You see that? That fits right where your throat is. Every time you get close to me, I'm going to pop you directly in your fucking throat. And then you won't do it again because somebody actually showed you repercussions to your actions. In the cities, every time one of these cops pop you in the throat or give you a little spanking, guess what happens? You go the fuck away. And then you need some more money, and you call your daddy, and all your friends peer pressure you. So you go back out, you do a little more, and you get spanked again. Guess what? This time we spank you, it's going to stick because you're not going to have your freedom anymore. Okay? You think that Donald Trump's just sitting back, not doing nothing. We all think that right now. But when in reality, he's probably signing these treaties with El Salvador and Venezuela and Argentina right now, because they're agreeing to let us use their prisons for all, to let them use other prisons to go to. You might get a fucked up El Salvadorian. Your little white meat ass is just going to be an everyday runaround, you know? So that's what we get to look forward to. And hopefully, if we give El Salvador enough money, they'll let us put cameras in the cells there and start a reality TV show. Donald Trump, that's what you're good at. Okay, so that will be our reward for everything you've put us through, as we get to watch you while you're in prison with your snot bubbles coming down and, you know, everything that happens to you. Oh, yeah, half of these motherfuckers in the comments aren't even strong enough to sit out here on a Florida bank on a fresh water and fucking fish because the mosquitoes would carry their little fucking pasty white asses that have never had fucking any vitamin D in it when they've never been outside. You know, sitting in their mom's basement with fucking Cheeto dust all over them, fucking their fucking fake sex doll and shit, their fucking AI fucking sex companion. Fucking none of these people are about anything. None of them. We've looked up their channels in real time. They don't even have channels. So when they say, oh, I'll debate you, they can't debate me. They don't even have a fucking channel. You know what I mean? They've got one subscriber, and they're not even lucky enough to have that as their mom. It's probably them subscribing to themselves, you know? I'm subscribed to myself on 2 or 3 different social medias. Why wouldn't you? It's an extra subscriber, you know? Fuck. If I were smart enough, I'd just have myself on fucking loop from my other phone, and I'd be liking my shit the whole fucking time. You know what I mean? But it's getting stupid at this point when every day when we wake up, there's a different attack. And we keep hearing, well, they live in that city, so we gotta let it happen because that's what they're voted for. Well, at this point, what happens when you let a lot of retarded people vote is this. You know what I mean? When everybody gets the same rights and the same fucking equality, you get a bunch of fucking retards that are actual retarded and don't know what the fuck's going on in the world. Did you see the debate on Tim Pool today on his fucking... I was listening to it while I was painting the house this afternoon. Fucking, that dude knew no information. They come in and they debate with no information whatsoever. These people still think that Donald Trump lost a fucking rape case to E. Jean Carroll. Not what happened at all. But they also think that there were the 34 felonies with no underlying charges, which has never been done in the history of time. They were misdemeanor charges that weren't even Donald Trump. It was his fucking accountant and his lawyer. They don't even know the facts of the case. And then they try to go through this shit and they're like, oh, well, this is what I'm saying. No, that's not what you said. You know, they backtrack the whole fucking time. You can't debate these people. Even moderate Tim Pool was like, shut the fuck up and answer the question. These people are just aggravating and they're annoying. And what was the definition of terrorism that we looked up in the 1988 Webster's Dictionary? The last part of it, people that annoy and terrorize people on purpose. It's called terrorist behavior. They teach it to you, Jihad 101, annoy the fuck out of your enemy. That's why we play loud music at war to other people, to annoy the fuck out of them so they can't think right. And then everybody's like, oh, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And then they're out here murdering you in the streets and nobody gets caught. Isn't that just fucking convenient? You know what I mean? Their FBI can track us down across the fucking world for 4 years with fucking videotape. And you've got these people with the news crew sitting in front of them committing the crime. I don't know what happened. Where the fuck is all the video from the Charlie Kirk case? I'm pissed about this now. And then we got Candace Owens out here making accusations that could implicate Erica Kirk in the assassination of her own husband, that Donald Trump was part of the assassination. First of all, that's fucking just outlandishly fucking crazy. Second of all, the FBI absolutely, Kash Patel, you know exactly who fucking killed. You know exactly who fucking killed. See, now that's how they do this. Before it was intifada to the Republicans from this guy. I've got it screenshotted and saved into my photos, okay? And then now they just say intifada too, knowing that we know they're saying intifada to us, but they think that the FBI can't put 2 and 2 together when they already have the previous text. That's how stupid these people are. They can't help but commit terroristic acts on the internet. They can't help themselves. It's all about feelings. It's not about truth. It's not about facts. That's why they hate us and they want us dead. Because our truth and our facts are like fucking bullets into their brain, guys. It's like we're fucking shooting them every time we fucking talk to them. So that's why they really shoot us, because they can't speak. They can't talk. They have no knowledge. They don't know what's actually going on. When you go up and ask these people at these fucking events, you see it all over the fucking internet. You say, hey, why are you out here protesting? Well, I don't know. Someone just said this is what we were doing. What the fuck? Then why the fuck are you out there? because you want to fit in with a bunch of fucking degenerate, pedophile, grooming, fucking gross people that fucking catch themselves on fire? You think that's the cool thing to do, is to go catch yourself on fucking fire? I bet the moment that dude lit himself up and that fire hit his skin, he's like, I'm the most retarded motherfucker in the world and I deserve to be dead. I guarantee you that's the last thing that went through that motherfucker's mind when he caught himself on fire. He's like, oh, that was probably the dumbest thing I could have ever done in my life. This is fucking absolutely horrible. This is the worst pain that you could feel. Dying from fucking fire is horrible. Okay? And then you take guns out places and you shoot yourselves. You don't ever hear about Republicans shooting each other when they go to the fucking range. You know what I mean? You take guns out and you fucking shoot yourselves. It's fucking crazy, man. So if the FBI has the video, moral of that story is, FBI has that video of the guy on the roof with the gun pointed at Charlie, and then they have the video of the guy running across the fucking roof, that means they have the video of him shooting Charlie Kirk. They know if he's the killer or not, period. They factually know if he's the killer or not. They could at least say, yes, we know for a fact he's the killer. Instead, they're giving us all this fucked up information, and now they're saying they're wrapping up the case after they just got done telling us there's 200 plus people involved. Now they're saying they've tracked down the money, and it's foreign money that's paying these people doing this shit that were involved with the Charlie Kirk case. Well, we want to know who the fuck these people are. How come every time we hear foreign money, everybody shuts the fuck up? We want to know who these people are. We got big bombs. These motherfuckers are paying people to kill people in our country. We got drones. Let's deal with that fucking shit, bro. Let's get back to being America, like Trump said today. We're just going to kill them. We're going to kill them. That's it. They're dead. They're going to be dead. We're not going to declare war. We're just going to kill them. You know, everybody tells me that the best thing to do is kill them. So even the president's getting fed up. When the president just starts saying, hey, we're just going to fucking kill them. We don't have to go to war with these people. And remember, it's the Venezuelans that raped that girl. It's a Venezuelan that fucking killed Lincoln Riley. It was a Venezuelan that raped the woman in fucking Inglewood, Florida. It was a Venezuelan that hit the lady with that little white fucking car in California. Remember that. The people that we're talking about just taking out right now. So understand, those were all Venezuelans. These were all fucking terrorists. And they all deserve what the fuck's happening right now. So if any of you are out there, oh, we're conservatives, we don't need to unite with MAGA. Well, who the fuck's going to fight for you then, motherfucker? Who? Because we're the ones that are going to fight. Who the fuck's going to fight for you conservatives that are standing with Ben Shapiro instead of Matt Walsh? That's what I want to fucking know. Who's going to help you in your security situation when you're going to speak at places? MAGA motherfuckers, veterans. You know what I mean? Savage motherfuckers. You don't want some fucking pussy whip motherfucker standing behind you with a fucking gun to save your life, do you? No, you want a motherfucker that's savage and doesn't give a fuck and doesn't have those same moralities that you have when it comes to righteously taking a life in defense of others. You know what I mean? I don't have that morality. I don't have it in me whatsoever. If I see you trying to take the life of somebody in front of me, I'm gonna react. And if you get peacefully protest in the fucking meantime, then I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I'm not gonna lose any sleep about it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go home and sleep real good knowing that I stopped a fucking demon from killing a young kid. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? So you couldn't just leave well enough alone with us. That's all there is. I know I'm speaking directly to you, my trolls, right now. My followers realize that. The last 40 minutes there, I'm speaking directly to you people. Report me. Please report me. Please. I'm on regular conversations with the FBI right now because of you people. Me and the FBI are starting to develop a very good relationship because of you. Thank you for that. The more people you call on me, the more connections you give me. Keep reporting me places. Keep telling Republicans not to be my followers. You're gaining me everything right now. Because these people can see that I just let you stay here. I have 27 people here right now. You're absolutely right. And it's fucking what? 6 o'clock in the afternoon on a motherfucking, I don't even know what day it is because I work for a living, on a Friday. 6 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. Yeah, a lot of people got much better things to do than watch me fucking live right now. Shit. Tomorrow come on here though. Those 21 people on here, are more than you have watching you, and you're one of those 21 people. So what the fuck does that say about you? If I'm such a sorry-ass loser motherfucker, why are you always on my channel? You ain't gonna make me go nowhere. I've been doing this for years. You've tried to stop me. You've done everything you can to. There's nothing you can do anymore. Nothing. We see you before you get 2 feet around our property. We got cameras every motherfucking where. You ain't gonna do nothing here. All my neighbors are on board. You know, y'all can't do shit to me. You can't get me on pole. You can't get me in my town. You can't get me in my town. You've tried, and you'll keep trying, and you'll keep failing. And if you fat motherfucker in your little gray piece of shit faggot car down the road, if you don't think I know who you are and what's going on, and the fact that you're on here watching me right now, I know that. The detectives let me know what was going on, and we are. There's nothing you people can do that I'm not going to be informed about. They have to speak to me before anything. You understand that, right? If you don't know, there's a guy that lives on my street that stalks me. Okay, I now have him on camera 5 times. If I help the detectives do this, they're going to help me with something I need them to help me with here in town. So we're going to keep building a case against you, buddy. I told you were fucking up when you were just popping up behind me in the fucking stores. That was stupid. I told you I was going to contact Detective Bozeman immediately because he was a friend of mine, and that's what he handles. Okay, it's called aggravated stalking is what it is. And I told you I'm recording 24 hours a day when I'm in public. So I've got you on camera every time following me places. I put a backup camera that runs the whole time I'm driving on my truck. I know what's going on with you. Okay, bud? And when you see this guy, you can go, there's a bunch of videos on here already posted. The ones that they told me I can post, I've already posted. The ones that are in active investigation, I can't post until it's done. But you can go see the guy. It literally looks like his mom fucked his brother, bro. The weirdest looking dude ever. He looks like he wants to eat children. That's the kind of look he's got to him. No, you're suffering from a retarded brain, and you're not paying attention to what's happening in the fucking world. You're suffering from, I got shit in my head instead of a brain, and I'm just going to regurgitate and insult and fucking insult and insult. I'm never going to put an intelligent comment in. I'll never use my brain for intelligence. I'm just going to use my brain for like being a fucking 2-year-old, and I'm just going to insult you and go, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, like a fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? You can talk all the shit you want about me, guys, but guess what? You're talking to me right now. I have your undivided attention right now. So you're on my channel, and watch this.